Hello and welcome to the Too Many Words podcast. This is your host, Jordan, along with my co-host,
Isaac William Joseph.
And this is episode number 25.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We are a quarter of the way to 100.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And we are 1 week away from celebrating our half birthday as a podcast.
This is true. This is true, actually. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at us. Look at us.
Look at us.
Oh, man. Yes, that means another week of the Too Many Words podcast, a.k.a. your favorite podcast. We got one big segment for you today. It's actually been a while since we've done like a proper segment that has nothing to do with just what we've been up to.
We've been having a lot going on, so...
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, cut it with the personal stories this week. We might have a couple on the end when we talk about our week. But this is a really exciting one. I'm going to go through the announcements, which this week is just on Instagram followers. As you guys all know, our Instagram is at Too Many Words Podcast. And we will shout out every single follower on the podcast. One follower this week. We are up to 65 total followers on Instagram. _millwill_ is our newest follower. Marcellus Willoughby. My boy from church. My boy from Young Adults group. Honestly, really awesome guy. Might beat you out for best man at my wedding.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Charlie's going to be the best man at your place, okay? I'm tired of being nobody's best friend, okay? I got to be somebody's best friend.
You are my best friend!
Nope.
You can have more than one!
Charlie, you ass! I'm behind Charlie on your freaking insurance. Not that anybody's insurance should be going towards me anyways. Woo.
Okay.
He just gets me, you know?
He just gets me? Okay. I've never even met the fucking dude.
He's cool. You'll love him once he's on. He will be on eventually.
Yeah, you keep saying that. You keep saying that.
But yes, today's big ol' segment, today's theme for this week is sci-fi movies. Now, the reason why we're doing such a big episode for sci-fi movies, because as mentioned in episode 8, where we talk about our favorite movies in each category, Jordan did mention the flaw that I forgot to put in a sci-fi movie section. Now, there is so many sci-fi movies that I feel like the best thing, we shouldn't do a top 5. We shouldn't do a top 10 and share it amongst each other. Jordan is going to pick the best sci-fi movie out of 32 other options through the process of elimination with our sci-fi movie bracket. Now, not only is this great, but it's even better because Jordan doesn't make lists. He hasn't in a while.
I struggle writing anything.
So I feel like this is the best thing. I'm not going to pick any movies, considering that I made the bracket, and also considering that there's just 2 of us. If you want to do a bracket vote, you got to have an odd number of freaking votes. But yeah, this is going to be great. My goals in picking these 32 movies, obviously the priority was movies that you've seen.
Yes.
But I also didn't want to ask that question for every single movie because I don't want you to know the majority of what is coming. Now, you might know a few movies here and there, obviously. You have like the obvious mainstream sci-fi movies that everybody knows, which was second priority. Second priority was, we got to talk about movies that our audience is going to know. So our audience can be like in on it. Like, oh, I don't know about picking that movie, Jordan. I would have gone with this movie. Or, yes, Jordan, you're a freaking genius, dude. Yes, that's of course the right answer.
If you disagree with me, you're wrong.
But yeah, in third priority, it's bonus if I know the movie, if I've seen the movie. But all in all, it does not matter as much as the first 2.
I've likely seen most of these, if not all of them. That was... my big genre of movie is sci-fi. That's just what I'm into. There were a couple other rules. We excluded Back to the Future, like the entire franchise.
Yes. Jordan
We
said
also excluded Star Wars, right?
no.
No?
So, every single time. So, how I pooled this in, right? I just didn't want my one accumulative opinion on what 32 movies should be in here.
Okay.
I went to multiple sources. Hey, what's your favorite sci-fi movie? Or give me a few sci-fi movies that are freaking awesome. Okay? And I did that with a mixture of what are movies most people are gonna hear of? Because like I got a few suggestions of Turbo Boy. I've never heard of Turbo Boy. I'm sorry. It does look interesting since looking it up, and it looks like your kind of freaking movie too, aesthetically at the very least. But yeah, mainstream
Turbo Kid?
as best as I can. And when it came to the major,
What the deuce is this? Is it Turbo Kid? Is that what it's called? Or is it Turbo Boy?
it could be Turbo Kid. But anyways,
This looks awful. I do not want to see this.
too many times did someone say, well, you can't make a sci-fi movie bracket without putting Star Wars and Star Trek in.
Okay.
So, to keep it fair, I didn't want to be like, hey, Jordan, what's the best Star Wars movie?
What you
And then
should
I'll
have done
put
is
it
gone
in.
to Rotten Tomatoes and just picked the highest rated one.
I wanted to keep it fair. Star Wars Episode 4 is in this bracket, and the first Star Trek movie is in this bracket.
Now, which first Star Trek movie?
Star Trek.
Is it the modern movies or the original old?
The original.
I've never seen any of those.
Okay, the modern ones.
Okay.
I literally just put Star Trek. Okay, it's been a minute since I've seen any of them, but I have seen all of them at least once. My dad took me on a binge back when I was in middle school. With that said, I didn't want you to pick your favorite Star Wars movie,
2015?
considering I think we will do a Star Wars bracket
Why
once
is
upon a
this movie
time
okay?
eventually. I think that is like definitely coming with all the Star Wars stuff. So yeah, I just didn't want to like, I don't know, have a giveaway if we ever did do a future Star Wars bracket. So yeah, Star Wars Episode 4 is in this. It's actually the first seed.
Movie's got 91% on Rotten
So,
Tomatoes.
Jordan,
What?
are you ready to make your picks in this sci-fi movie bracket?
I want to say we also excluded the movie Interstellar, right?
Yes. So Jordan did say, if you want any of these movies to have any sort of equal chance, don't put Back to the Future or don't put Interstellar.
Yes.
Yeah. So, they're not in it.
55 reviews. And really? This
With
movie's
that
pretty
said-
well
With
received.
that said, Back to the Future is his favorite sci-fi movie. Would
Yes.
any other Back to the Future come before Interstellar?
I mean,
Is
all
Stellar
three
your
of them
number
come
2,
before
or-
Interstellar, yeah. Like, I count the
So
franchise as a
Interstellar is your
whole.
number 4 sci-fi movie.
No, because like I said, I count the franchise as one whole
That's
unit.
one whole unit.
Because
Okay.
it's all three of them are a very linear story.
Yeah. It's
They all
almost like
happen
a
consecutively and like whatnot. So, yeah.
template. Gotta love that franchise though. So
Yeah.
yeah. So Jordan, are you ready?
Yes. I'm putting my coat back on.
Mans is putting his coat back on because he's got leather skin. Look at you, Mr. Deli Man. Hurry up and put your coat on, dog. This is uninteresting content right now.
You could have just started.
Ooh, I could have heard that zipper. I hope folks heard that zipper.
You probably will.
So we're gonna
Just a
start
little
in the middle. We're gonna start in the middle of the pack. I did try to order this from most mainstream to least mainstream, which is like, you know how like a basketball tournament is like the one seed is like the expected best. And the
Sure, yeah.
32 seed is the one that squeaked in there.
I mean, I don't know any of that, but sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you're a sports fan, you get it. But
Yeah.
okay, so with the first head-to-head in the first round, the 11th seed faces the 22nd seed. Ghostbusters versus Hunger Games.
Ghostbusters. That's an easy one.
I hope not all your answers are that quick. This got to be an hour-long freaking episode, dog.
I mean, Hunger Games is good, but like, yeah.
Ghostbusters is a classic.
It's one of
Hunger
those-
Games will be a classic.
One of those like thirsty book movies. It's Hunger Games.
Okay, how do I advance?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. You don't know how to advance this bracket?
No.
You're the one that sent me this video, bruh.
The video
Or this freaking
website.
drag and drop participants to swap their position. This bracket is a preview and subject to change until the tournament is started. Gross.
Okay, that means you gotta start the tournament.
Okay, where can I start the tournament?
I have no idea. I don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
That was really loud.
Oh, there's the big orange
That was
start the
really
tournament
loud.
button. I could've done
I
that.
don't know anything. I don't know anything.
So we got Ghostbusters. Moving on.
Did you figure it out?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to type in a score. So Ghostbusters 1, Hunger Games 0. Submit. Ghostbusters advance. Okay. I am number 4.
It's been a long
At the
time
number
since I've
6
seen that.
seed, facing the 27th seed, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Really?
That is
Explain
a
why.
classic movie. I actually adore that movie so much.
Yeah. I need you to get a little bit more in depth on these.
I don't know. I mean, people who know Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy know why I
I've
like
actually
it.
meant to watch that movie since like middle school, and I've never gotten around
It's
to it.
it's just so goofy
My
and
science teacher had a poster of it when I was like in 6th grade, 7th grade, or whatever. And yeah, it's just always been up there. I asked him about it once or twice, and yeah, I thought it was like, since it was at a school, I thought it was like an educational movie or something. Like that.
no.
But no, I guess it's a pretty pimp sci-fi movie.
It so it is based off of the book, like an actual book. It's I don't know how to. It's like meta without being meta. You know what I mean?
I get it. Like it's deep, but not too deep.
Sure. I don't think that's the right word, but
Yeah, I mean, meta and deep are, I guess, they're similar but very different. Star Trek at the 3rd seed,
so I'm gonna say we're gonna go with Star Trek.
2009.
Where's? Oh, there's my mouse.
Star
Okay.
Trek 2009.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. That was a good movie. Solid representation for the franchise of Star Trek.
Nice little soft reboot there.
Against Akira, the anime.
Never seen it. It's
Never
on
seen
my
it.
watch list, but
All right, okay.
I guess we'll go with Star Trek
automatically
then, yeah.
advances. It's okay. I'm pretty sure that not a lot of our listeners will know what Akira is anyway.
I mean, Akira's huge, dude.
I heard about it after watching the movie Nope, and the Akira slide is in the movie Nope.
Akira is fundamental in the movie industry, not just anime. Everything.
It looks visually very nice.
Oh yeah, like that was pioneered a lot of things. I think that's what the
And
word
you
I'm trying
picked
to say.
Star Trek, you freaking.
But yeah, I've
basic
never seen it, so
little person.
I will not choose a movie to win that I have not seen.
That's fair. That might be 1 or 2 movies that you have not seen. Okay, now this next matchup, you might hurt my feelings in it.
Okay. I will do exactly that.
You have the 14th seed versus the 19th seed. The Matrix.
Never seen it.
You have not seen The Matrix?
Nope.
Bro, I didn't even ask you if you've seen it because, like, dude, look at you.
Thought it looked boring.
Really? Okay. Versus Looper.
I love Looper.
I love
Looper's a
Looper.
fantastic
Looper's
movie.
an amazing
That's actually,
movie, bro.
That's one of the movies I actually recently rewatched. Like,
Really?
I've said before several times, I do not rewatch movies. I have rewatched this one because it's that good.
Looper. If we did a sci-fi segment in episode 8, I would have picked Looper as my favorite.
Looper's damn good.
Looper is my all-time favorite sci-fi movie, and I actually hold it close to my heart. It is so original. It is so good. It's just awesome. I owe it a rewatch because it's actually been quite some time since I've seen it.
I guarantee.
But it is a damn good movie, bro.
I guarantee even if I had
I'm so
seen...
glad that you see it at a similar view as me.
I guarantee even if I had seen The Matrix, Looper would have won.
That makes me happy. This is why we're friends. This is great. Okay. Number 10 seed versus the number 23 seed. Jurassic Park.
The first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Versus A Quiet Place.
Jurassic Park, yeah. That's a pretty
Oh, you
easy
thought
one,
about
honestly.
it. Why? You thought about
A
it,
Quiet
yeah.
Place was good. It was very well written, very good narrative, but Jurassic Park.
All right.
That's all you need to know.
Honestly,
is
I've not
Jurassic
seen
Park.
A Quiet Place. I've heard nothing but good from it.
You haven't
but
seen it?
I have been meaning to. It's definitely
Really?
one of those movies where it's like,
John Krasinski has honestly added one of his best. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. RoboCop, the 7th seed,
Which one?
the first one. If you have a particular favorite, we can go with that. Because there's
I
not
mean,
going to be a RoboCop.
I'd say they're probably pretty equal. I was gonna say like there's the remake too.
No, I'm going to stick to the originals.
But the original first one's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Versus the 26th seed, War of the Worlds.
Ooh. Okay. Now that's a tricky one actually.
Yeah. Tell us what you like about each of them.
I mean, RoboCop is pretty. It's a classic. It really is because, like, you know, it's got that Detroit in there. I mean, you really see that nitty gritty. It's bloody. It's.
Oh, dude, that's like the first movie I saw someone melt.
Yeah.
You know, saw someone's head roll over a car because their body was dying acidically. It was insane.
And then like you got like the robot man that's got like gadgets and shit, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it other than that, honestly. And then you got
War of the Worlds.
so I actually just recently rewatched that one too. I rewatched it with your sister actually. I saw that. I thought you were doing that on purpose. I was about to get like, okay. And I realized like, yeah, it still holds up pretty good. Even visually, like the visuals in it were pretty good because it's got a mix of CGI and prosthetics. But like, it's based off of this, you know, radio story, which I think was based off of a Jules Verne book, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But like, it's a classic, old timey like alien story. Like you can't really go wrong with it. It's just.
So when I was getting sources for sci-fi movies, I took it to my family group chat. My Nana holds the original War of the Worlds quite high.
The original movie?
Yeah.
Or okay.
She also talked quite a bit about the radio story too.
Yeah. How old's your Nana?
My Nana. Huh.
Is she like?
I think she's in her
70s?
60s. No,
60s?
she's in her 60s.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't have heard the original radio story then.
She was talking a lot about it with my great grandmother. So
her great grandma probably did hear it.
Yeah, my great grandma, she liked it.
That was a big
She
event.
mentioned.
Because like I know sometimes they would play it on the radio, but it was after the fact that this one dude played it on the radio and made it sound real, and people were like freaking out about like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening, we're all gonna die. Obviously that wasn't true, but like, yeah, it was a fun time.
So RoboCop or War of the Worlds, brother?
I think I have to go with War of the Worlds.
All right, yeah.
Just because it's like literally founding father status for sci-fi and all that junk. But like RoboCop, it's a classic, man. You really, it's really right up my alley. But like I love and appreciate War of the Worlds so much more.
All right. Next matchup.
War of the Worlds also has a sentimental story. I once stayed up with my dad till like 2 a.m. watching War of the Worlds.
Yeah?
Just on a school night. We were just watching it. Like, he put it on. He didn't really know I was watching it with him. Because I was supposed to be asleep, but I was watching it with him.
There's definitely nights where there's like, your dad's out in the living room watching a movie and you're supposed to be like in a sleeping bag, asleep. But your pillow is like, you're facing the TV and you just don't move.
I mean, he obviously found out I was watching it with him throughout the movie, but like, he just kind of didn't really care that much. Cause like, I got my movie buff status from my dad. He's name a movie, he's seen it. I'm not so much the case, but yeah, it's just it has sentimental value, so
Dope.
I think, yeah.
Cool.
Moving on.
The 15 seed going up against the 18 seed. 2001's Planet of the Apes versus I Am Legend.
2001, that's the Mark Wahlberg one, then, isn't it?
Mark Wahlberg versus Will Smith. Let's get it.
I didn't like I Am Legend, so yeah. Planet of
Is it
the
because
Apes.
of the sad ending?
No, I just thought it was a bad movie.
All right. What makes I Am Legend a bad movie?
I don't know. I just didn't like it. It's just nothing specific about it, really. It just wasn't my type of movie. I've never been super into the whole zombie thing. I really liked The Walking Dead, but that's about as far as my zombie stuff went. I appreciate the first zombie film, black and white one, Night of the Living Dead. Great movie. Appreciate it for what it's done in cinematography. But like, I Am Legend is just not my forte.
All right, respect. The number 31 seed, Blade Runner. Have you seen Blade Runner?
What's the next one?
Versus the number 2 seed, Spaceballs.
You son of a bitch. So, okay. One day, I was sitting like, I'd been seeing these trailers and clips of Blade Runner 2049, which it's really popular on TikTok. So I was like, fuck it. I'm finally gonna watch the Blade Runner movies. The first one was good. Found it pretty boring, though. Blade Runner 2049, that's like a 9 out of 10 movie.
Really?
That is such a fantastic movie. Visually, narratively, the message it tries to portray, it's fantastic. Everything about it is so good. Spaceballs obviously wins this because it's Spaceballs, dude. Come on. I mean, that is Mel Brooks at his peak, and like, it's space and it's just goofy. That's one of those movies that like you can just pop in and be like, yeah, I'll watch that. Just if it's on, Spaceballs.
You just made me want to watch Blade Runner, though. I've never been interested.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, you could probably skip the first one. It's not it's not super pivotal to the story, and what little parts are, they explain pretty well in the sequel. So, like, you can just watch 2049.
Okay. Respect.
It's good. But, like, if you want to watch the first one, go ahead. A lot of people have that. It's... Like, a lot of people say that's a... Oh, my God. I'm gassy. Like, that's a fantastic movie. But I just thought it was pretty slow and boring.
All right. Next matchup. The 12th seed, Pacific Rim, versus the 21st seed, The Day After Tomorrow.
Ooh, that's actually a really tricky one. Because, like, I was one of the few that loved Pacific Rim. When that first movie came out, it was so poorly received. Still made enough money to make a sequel, which was great. A lot of people liked that one a bit more than the first one. They also had an anime that came out on Netflix for it, I think. Didn't finish that. I wanted to. I just don't have time to watch shit anymore. But I really, really liked Pacific Rim.
Okay.
Like, a lot.
Why?
Robots fighting monsters is cool. Like, look at me. I'm a Transformers nerd, dude. That's, like, literally everything. What was the other option again? I'm spacing so much because, like, I'm tired, dude. It's been a long day.
I have a feeling on who's going to win this matchup. The Day After Tomorrow.
Okay, so that was one of those movies where, like, I had always seen it growing up, like, because my dad always had it, and it was just one of those movies that was always around. I never watched it until, like, I was like, you know, I'm going to finally watch this movie. One of the best movies I've ever seen.
Really?
That's, like, I wouldn't give it top 5, maybe not even top 10, but definitely top 15.
I mean, if you're a sci-fi movie guy, top 15 is respect.
Yeah. Definitely top 20.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know, I thought the story was so unique. And, like, the events and everything that was going on was very unique.
Originality, but
I'm gonna be honest, this is the most difficult one so far.
good.
Damn. Damn. This one, okay. This
Hot one in first round. Let's get it.
Okay. This is actually, I don't know if I can pick one.
You gotta, bro.
Cause, like, oh my goodness. Part of me wants to say Pacific Rim because I was really that guy that was like, it's not that bad of a movie. Just watch it and have fun and enjoy it. But, like, The Day After Tomorrow, that's
A good movie through and through.
I think that one's gonna win it. Honestly.
All right.
Yeah. That was a hard one. That was a really hard one. I kind of hate you for that. Oh, dude.
I'm so glad that I could have some really tough ones. It's only going to get tougher by the round.
Yeah, it is.
5th seed, Avatar.
Oh, that movie sucked. I could not give two shits about Avatar. Dude. Big part of it was because when that movie came out, it was fucking everywhere. And I was like, dude, no one cares. Why do I care about these blue people? Why is this crippled man now in blue walking man? It's just so stupid. Oh my goodness. Everywhere, merchandise, everywhere. Everyone was like, what's Avatar? Buy Avatar. I was like,
okay. I don't think you've seen the movie that they are going up against, though.
Just give me the name.
28th seed, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
No. I guess
one.
Avatar wins by default.
You oughta see that one. It's a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
Avatar, second rounder.
Fucking hate Avatar, like, actually. There's a reason I haven't seen the second one. Because I don't care about it.
What? It's only been out for like a month.
Yeah.
Okay. The 29th seed, 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
You know what? I haven't actually seen the movie. I know everything that happens in it.
really?
Yeah, like I've seen so many clips. I've seen so many references and Easter eggs and spoofs
Well, it's
of
not
it.
going to
So
win. Because it's going up against the 4th seed. And this is actually the last movie that I filled in. Finding replacements for the movies that you haven't seen.
So it was one you mentioned earlier while I was standing
No.
here. Oh, really?
I meant to actually not mention this until recording. Because I feel like you absolutely love this movie. 4th seed, Mad Max.
Which one? Because I've only seen Fury Road.
Fury Road.
But like I've always wanted to watch the other ones. I just haven't.
Okay.
I haven't had the means to. I think.
So Mad Max Fury Road advances. Because you haven't seen
Yeah.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really thought you did. It's like, I don't know. It's for as old as it is. 2001: A Space Odyssey is. It's got some longevity.
Fury Road is a fantastic movie, though. Like that is. So for the first entry in that franchise in like a decade, it was so incredibly well done. Like the prosthetics and like the cinematography specifically, like there was so little CGI. A lot of it was actually shot like real, and like the choreography I think is a big part of it. I really appreciate good choreography.
Good choreography is great. Okay, Tron Legacy versus Independence Day.
Tron Legacy. That's an easy
Honestly,
one.
I feel like
I adore
I
that movie.
completely read you when I was trying to pass these movies by you, and I was like, he's gonna totally pick Tron.
Independence Day is a
about
good movie.
Independence
It
Day.
is. I can't hate on it at all. But Tron Legacy, for me personally, the score for it, oh my god, it makes me cream.
Tron Legacy was it was one of the first movies that really actually had me an emotional appeal of hatred towards the bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, Tron Legacy was another movie that was incredibly poorly received after, the original Tron was such a, this is Tron, oh my god. And people loved that movie. I watched it. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking boring and awful.
Really?
Tron Legacy, though, is fantastic. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I just generally don't like old movies. I mean, I don't know. It's just... I respect Tron. I adore Tron Legacy.
All right, now I think this next round is going to be a little bit harder.
Are we in round 2 finally now?
No. We got 4 more matchups in round 1, and then we're going to get into round 2.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
E.T. versus Free Guy.
That one's difficult because I don't really care for either movie.
They're also quite different. They're
very different, them. Yeah. I mean, E.T. is a classic. You can't... Like, it's E.T. E.T. phone home, peanut butter Skittles. Reese's Pieces. I call them peanut butter Skittles for some reason. But Free Guy was just, like, filled with references, Easter eggs, and, like... fan service, which is in Taika Waititi. Wink, wink. It's just... But, like, I don't know. No, neither movie really was, I guess, fundamental for me. Or, not fundamental, like...
What would you watch again first?
I would literally anything else.
Would you watch E.T. or Free Guy first in a rewatch?
I wouldn't really want to watch either of them, honestly. Like I can't really say anything other than that. Like a big part of it's probably because I've seen E.T. so many times. That was a big part of my childhood growing up because it sends a good message.
Just pick one.
Suck my nuts. Let's go with E.T. because Steven
It is a
Spielberg,
classic.
classic. Yeah.
You do have quite a few Spielberg movies in the second round, though. So, all right. Seed number 25, Hellboy, versus seed number 8, Terminator: Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Terminator 2.
Judgment Day specifically.
Yes. When I was doing my research, I was gonna put in the first Terminator, but a resounding amount of sources put Terminator 2 over the first Terminator.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Terminator 2 is better, but I thought Judgment Day was 3.
No. Trust me, I've been doing so much research this week.
What's 3 called?
Terminator 2 or Hellboy, boy?
Hang on. Rise of the Machines. Okay. Judgment Day is, definitely the best of the franchise. I'm not going to disagree with that. I love Hellboy though. The first 2 Hellboy movies.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, there's one with
Yes.
Dave Harbour.
It's bad. Do not watch it. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's
I'm gonna take your word for it. But I did love those
bad.
old Hellboy movies. I really loved them.
Those ones are fantastic. This is another one of those movies that's really the picks that are really hard actually.
Good.
This is dang.
What makes each movie so great?
Well, Terminator 2, it elaborated on the first one in so many ways, and it brought more depth to the characters and the machines and the story. And while also introducing like new elements, and it was new fear, new thrill, and new greatness. But like, why am I so spaced? I already forgot what the other one was. Like I was literally
Terminator
just
2 versus Hellboy.
Hellboy. Oh my god. Hellboy is like Ron Perlman just being himself.
Ron Perlman is freaking awesome. He was a voice actor for that whole video game that I talked about with Charlie.
He voiced Optimus Primal in the Rooster Teeth produced Transformers show.
Really?
Yeah.
He's an excellent voice actor.
He's also been in a couple of the Fallout video games.
Really?
No, he has a very lengthy voice credit list, but also a very lengthy like live action credit list, which is kind of insane, honestly.
Yeah. He's probably one of the most accomplished under the radar guys at this point. It's kind of weird to say he's under the radar because he was probably really big in the 2000s, but
he was huge actually.
Ask any Zoomer. Who?
Oh, this one's so hard. This one might be harder than the other one.
Really?
Oh my goodness! Because like, Hellboy it was actually a big part of my teenage years, I guess. Because like, I had first seen it then. I was like, man, this movie's fucking awesome. He's beating up monsters. I loved Abe. Abe was great.
Pick a number between 1 and 10, and I'll tell you what one you indirectly picked.
No.
Do it. No, just trust the process.
I'm not gonna do that.
Trust the process.
I'm not gonna do that.
Trust the process.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, please.
I'm not gonna
It's
do
not
that.
what you think. Do it.
No.
It's not what you think. Do it.
You tell me to blindly pick one.
Yes.
I don't want to
Pick
do
a number
that.
between 1 and 10.
I want to have an actual thought process and pick one willingly.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Your mom.
Trust the freaking process.
7.
7? Hellboy.
What the fuck is this?
Hellboy moves on.
No.
Oh, so Terminator 2 moves on.
No.
Oh my god.
Let me think! You shithead!
I tried to do like the corn flip thing on you, like whatever your answer shows up, And if you feel bad about that answer, then it's obviously the other answer.
Okay.
But I guess it didn't work on your ass. Jordan,
What?
should I narrate what you're currently doing right now?
Thinking. The gears in my head are turning.
Thinking currently. There is smoke blowing out of his ear holes. He said, he's biting his bottom lip.
You know,
sexually.
I think I have to go with Hellboy.
He's doing Hellboy. Thank the Lord. Oh my goodness.
I like how you were worried about this not taking enough time, and now you're like, this is taking too much time.
Well, I've heard you mutter under your breath a couple times. Okay? We just went through 2 matchups. It took us probably like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna give you Kiss with my brown starfish.
Men in Black versus Ready Player One.
Huh. Men in Black.
Come on.
Men in Black.
Men in Black? Okay.
I should give Ready Player One a pass because it has a DeLorean in it, but like, it also wasn't that great of a movie.
It's kind of like a Free Guy situation.
Yeah, but like, Ready Player One had like a real story to it, I think.
First seed versus the bottom seed. Star Wars versus Ex Machina.
Never seen Ex Machina.
Yeah, I just kind of figured I was.
That was one of the, like, Armin's seen that. It's one of those ones that I kind of wanted to see, but like never did. A movie I actually actively still do really want to see is Her. It's not on any streaming service.
My goal was, if there was any movies that you had not seen at all, at the very least, round 2 would be full of movies that you've only seen.
Yeah.
So, we've officially gotten into round 2. Alright, let's do just a quick Star Wars versus Men in Black.
Star Wars.
Okay. Man, Men in Black has come and gone in the mentions of this episode so quickly.
Men in Black is good once every 10 years.
Hellboy versus E.T.
Hellboy.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't really care too much about E.T. in general. All right. A lot of people are not going to like you for that choice, by the way.
Yeah, fuck E.T. He looks like my nutsack.
Mad Max versus Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy.
All right.
Tron Legacy is like probably top 5.
Okay. Going pretty fast in this second round. In the third round, I want you to get more specific on what one movie has over the other. I feel like that'd be a little bit.
That sounds awful.
I'm just gonna put The Day After Tomorrow beating Avatar.
Yeah, thank you.
Quite opposite movies out of you. Okay. Well, I might as well just fill in Spaceballs over Planet of the Apes, huh?
Hold on a minute. Hold on a
Gets a
minute.
little interesting, huh?
So, this Planet of the Apes movie is actually very special for me.
Good.
Like, I actually rewatched that one a lot. Big part of my childhood. Didn't even realize it was Mark Wahlberg until, like, I discovered who Mark Wahlberg was when I was, like, a teenager. So, it's just, I don't know. Something about it always just put a sparkle in my eye, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah?
Like, I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the, what's the word? Aesthetic of it, the vibe.
Okay.
Thought it was neat and cool.
Okay.
What's the other one again?
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Fuck. Space. Man, if I don't choose Spaceballs, Charlie's gonna roast me on a spike.
We don't care what anybody thinks. Pick what your true
But, like,
passion is in this selection.
damn, I love Spaceballs because of everything it is and everything it
I mean, it was mentioned in the favorite movies episode, and Planet of the Apes was not.
This is true. Planet of the Apes.
Oh, damn. Upset? Upset?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Planet of the Apes is just a bit more special to me than Spaceballs.
Okay, I can respect that. Spielberg matchup. War of the Worlds versus Jurassic Park. This is actually the last two remaining Spielberg movies in this.
Dang, man. I think I have to go Jurassic Park.
All right.
Just because, like, a lot of it's because of that Ford Explorer in it. I really want one. That's yeah. I love Ford Explorer so much, dude.
Oh, dude. Star Trek versus Looper.
Looper.
Oh, dude, I want to kiss you. I'm going to jump across this table and kiss you.
Star Trek, like that Star Trek soft reboot movie, it was very, very good. I don't know if it launched Chris Pine's career, but like that was really what made him like a home name.
Yeah, made him a bigger home name than Chris Hemsworth. He was still considered a nobody after that movie.
Yes, he was, and he was actually set to reprise his role in the canceled fourth movie.
Yeah.
Which would have been actually like I read the plot synopsis. Like,
do you think that would have been bad for his career?
No, I think it was actually going to be a fantastic movie. Like, I look up the
I'll do that later.
Star Trek 4 plot, and it really gets into time travel again, and I thought it looked like it was going to be really good.
The two Chris's.
Yeah,
it's actually a really good rewatch. A little nostalgic. Be like, hey, look at baby faces.
He was really pudgy in that movie.
All right. Hitchhiker's Guide versus Ghostbusters.
Holy shit. Holy shit, dude.
A classic versus a classic. I mean, I think Hitchhiker's Guide is less of a classic, but that might be just me.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, dog. I got a Ghostbusters cup right behind me, bro.
Hitchhiker's Guide. Hitchhiker's Guide.
Really?
Yeah.
Second upset, in my opinion. Hitchhiker's Guide beats out Ghostbusters. All right, that was a very quick round 2.
Yeah.
Now.
He thought that one was going to be more difficult. What a loser.
I feel like it's going to start getting really hard, actually.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. I'm actually terrified of this.
All right. First seed, Star Wars versus Hellboy.
Fuck. Star Wars.
Now tell me why. What does Star Wars have over Hellboy? This movie specifically.
My nickname for 70% of my childhood was Yoda. Star Wars is one of the most fundamental and pivotal points in my life. Not just my childhood, my entire life.
Honestly, there's a lot of people that could say the same for you.
But yeah, it's fucking Star Wars.
Star Wars, dog.
Like, come on.
This might be... Star Wars might take it.
Star Wars isn't going to take it.
It's not going to take it?
I promise you that.
Okay. So Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. Episode 4 specifically is like probably one of my least favorite movies, but you know.
What?
Of the franchise, Episode 4.
I really like Episode 5.
It's either Episode 6 or Episode 3 for me.
Okay. Tron Legacy versus The Day After the Tomorrow.
The Day After the Tomorrow.
Shut up! I stuttered. Tron Legacy versus The Day After Tomorrow.
Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy. What does Tron Legacy have over The Day After
Music.
Tomorrow? Music. That's it? You think that's a strong enough win?
Oh yeah.
All right.
The score of that movie, Daft Punk, did
Daft Punk is
such
pretty
an insane job.
All right.
It's beautiful.
2001 Planet of the Apes, Jurassic Park.
I think I gotta go with Planet of the Apes.
Oh, the last Spielberg movie is down.
I feel like I kind of explained that in the last round. It's just so significant for me specifically. It's very special to me.
Okay. Hitchhiker's Guide versus Looper.
Hitchhikers.
Oh, you son of a... Ah.
Looper's good,
Honestly,
but Hitchhikers
Looper went
is
so
just
much
better.
further than I expected it to out of you.
Don't get me wrong, I love that movie so fucking much.
Oh yeah, my personal favorite. My personal favorite.
Like,
I loved it.
I mean, Bruce Willis and what's his name? The main character's name. What's the actor's name?
Oh, is it Jason Gordon-Levitt?
Yes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, I love him actually. He's a great actor. I really wish we could have seen more of his Robin in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh, that's right. He was Robin.
Yes. But like then Bruce Willis and like it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Great movie. Okay. Planet of the Apes versus Hitchhiker's Guide.
I actually hold those two specific movies on the exact same level. Like quite literally, because like it's just they both fit a specific vibe for me. Son of a bitch. I know you're gonna want to rush me, but this is one I gotta legitimately think about.
Do we want to visit the other side of the gauntlet?
No, man. Yes, let's.
All right.
I'll come back to it.
Tron Legacy versus Star Wars.
The Tron Legacy.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Yes. You do not understand how much I adore this movie.
No, I don't.
Like, I actually,
Wow.
I love this movie.
Wow, okay. You love Tron Legacy.
Yes, no, it's so good.
Okay. What makes Tron Legacy better than Star Wars?
So, I can't say music this time. Star Wars has phenomenal score. John Williams is the man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just because I really dig the vibe and the aesthetic of Tron so much more. The lights, the sounds, the choreography.
You're more of an 80s guy than a 70s guy. That's what.
That's probably, honestly, yeah. Even though Star Wars was equally as huge in the 80s. It may be even bigger because, like, in the 70s, people were like, oh, it's Star Wars. In the 80s, we're like, fuck yeah, Star Wars.
Oh, dude, my Nana and Papa loved Star Wars in 1977.
I mean, like, I don't know, yeah. It's definitely Tron Legacy. Because, like, Star Wars is just, it's Star Wars, but it's Star Wars.
Okay, revisiting the matchup: Planet of the Apes versus Hitchhiker's Guide.
Ugh, fucking bitch.
Excuse your language, by the way.
Fuck.
All right.
Planet of the Apes.
All right.
That one, that's such a hard decision. Because, like, dude, oh my god, Hitchhiker's Guide is so good. It's so...
What does Planet of the Apes have over Hitchhiker's Guide?
Absolutely nothing.
Are they the ultimate equal?
They really are. It's just, like, Planet of the Apes like I said, it's special to me because of I don't even have a reason why. It's
Dog,
just it really
you
is.
texted me that this movie wouldn't win. The final matchup is Tron versus Planet of the Apes.
Which one did I text you wouldn't win?
I mean, I talked about the original Planet of the Apes from 1960.
Oh yeah, that one wouldn't win. That one sucked.
But apparently, 2001 Planet of the Apes,
For me personally,
the championship matchup, Tron Legacy versus Planet of the Apes.
God,
Wow.
dang.
Keeping it really even. This is the 13th seed versus the 15th seed. Wow. I think I did a really good job.
All right, guys, tune in next week to find the answer for this one.
Dude, come on.
Oh my goodness, you're really putting me on the spot here, aren't you?
Dude, we're actually doing so good on time. It's been 56 minutes.
Yeah, I've got the counter right here. Oh my goodness. Oh. Tron Legacy.
Oh my god. Tron Legacy being chosen has surprised me the last 2 rounds.
3.
Oh, yeah, you ranked like the day after tomorrow, like 9 out of 10, and Tron Legacy beat them.
Tron Legacy's got it all, man. It really does.
So, you heard it here first, folks. With the exception of Back to the Future and Interstellar, Jordan's best sci-fi movie is Tron Legacy. Now, considering the last final 4 that made it, Star Wars, Tron, Planet of the Apes, Hitchhiker's Guide.
I want to
Is
also.
that an accurate final 4?
I also want to put in a note. I actually didn't want to include Star Wars. I told you that.
Yeah,
but
I know.
But like we did.
The people said you have to put Star Wars in it.
I didn't want to include it because it's Star Wars. There's so many.
We can do.
But like,
I mean, you kind of mentioned what movies were your favorite.
yeah. I mean, I really like Rogue
But
One
we can
too.
definitely
That's
do a bracket with
so
the
good.
shows.
But yeah.
So yeah, there you guys have it. Tron Legacy, the champion of our first ever bracket on the Too Many Words podcast. Should we do a bracket every quarter? Like episode.
Well, what would our
50?
next one be about?
Episode 50? Dang.
Podcast episodes.
We would definitely have a 32-piece bracket for that one. Oh, dog. That'd be funny. Oh, dude.
Where we bracket our favorite episodes that we've recorded.
What should be our next bracket? There was actually another podcast that did a bracket for the best toy. And come to find out, these boys don't know what the hell a toy is. You know what the championship round was?
Wow.
A bike versus a Game Boy.
That's not a toy. Neither of those are toys.
Neither of those are toys.
One's a vehicle. One's a gaming system. Those are not toys.
Yeah.
Toys are something you fiddle with in your hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Game Boy, closer to a toy than a console. But there was consoles in the tournament as
Literally
well.
an
That pissed me off.
entertainment system. That's not... Okay.
Yeah. And there was
Okay.
trampoline in the freaking...
Trampoline I can actually almost understand, but still no.
Really? Yeah. These boys don't know what a toy is. Okay? I feel like... I mean, it doesn't have to be every 25 episodes. We could probably do it sooner. But I feel like you and I could lay down a mean freaking toy bracket, dude.
You know, if we do a 25 episodes, that would also be on our season 5 finale.
That would be, yeah.
Interesting. I feel like if that was the case, we'd have to be really special. Maybe save the toy one for the next one. But yeah. I don't know. That's just
Okay. Is there anything else that we want to mention?
I got the deli manager position, like it's confirmed.
I I saw someone get into a car accident yesterday. Yeah, poor guy. We were getting off an exit on the interstate. I heard tires squealing behind me. It was really weird because, like, the roads, for as snowy as it's been lately, roads were very dry that day, yesterday. But somehow they spun themselves all the way around and they crashed into the ditch. I was already turning and I was already driving off. Part of me wanted me to turn around, but I'm like, we're in Iowa. By the time I get there, there's probably like 3 people helping them already anyways.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for driving alone. Next time I'll help out, though.
I had breakfast with Gary this morning. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
We were there till like 10:45.
What were all the bad things he said about me?
We actually didn't talk anything bad about you. I told him that, like, I've seen that you've been really stressed lately, and that you're more tired. But that's because you've got a lot on your plate right now. You really, really do.
I'm so lucky I didn't pick 3 classes instead of 2 this semester.
I wouldn't say lucky. I'd say smart.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, video production, the homework demand in that in itself, it's getting really intimidating real freaking quickly.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we're doing good. I think we're doing really good. But hey, let's get into the closing stuff. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me log out of reigning and defending.
What?
Let me log out of reigning and defending on Anchor. Let me log into too many words on Anchor.
Check out the Reigning and Defending podcast. Comes out every Tuesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Midday
Okay.
Wednesday.
If you like sports, you'll like that.
Yeah.
I don't like sports, so there you go.
Sorry, Anchor's taking a while to load. There we go. Alright, Anchor stats. Our audience size is 12. Our plays per episode is 8. That's actually a little bit higher. Total plays, 351. Honestly, that's pretty sexy, dog. Pretty sexy.
What's our average plays per episode then?
8.
Wait,
Plays per episode, 8. Audience size, 12.
what's the 300 number again? What
351 total
What?
all-time plays.
total all-time plays? Okay. Huh. Okay.
We are keeping a good 75-25 ratio of male to female listeners.
I'm
Sometimes
confused.
it fluctuates. We're 78% male
So you
as we
said
speak right now.
351, right?
And half of our listeners are in the 28 to 34 age range. That's interesting.
351, right? And that was based off of what episode?
I mean, 351, that's based on all the episodes.
No, what's the most recent episode its stats are based off of?
Stats basing off of the recent episodes?
What's the most recent episode that it's going off of? Because, like, I thought it would be 23, but I divide 351 by 23, the answer is 15.
Oh, dog. We got that bonus episode. We got 4 Isaac narrates in there now.
You're throwing off the number with those Isaac narrates.
Yeah, it actually deteriorates the number a little bit, especially when we don't advertise them as heavily.
You son of a bitch.
But yeah, there's that.
I'm going to go beat him up after we're done here.
But yeah, let's see.
We'd probably look so much better without those.
What?
Isaac narrates. Without those on the podcast. I think it's a good idea to do them. Like, I agree, it's fun. But, like, come on.
Come on.
Our stats would probably be so much better.
Our stats would probably be a little bit better. Actually, it would be a little bit better. But, fuck you. Let's see. Jordan, what is the question for this episode? What's your favorite sci-fi movie?
Yeah.
All right. What's
That's
your
perfect.
favorite sci-fi movie,
What's
guys?
your favorite
There's a question
sci-fi
at the
movie?
bottom of the Spotify or Apple or whatever you're listening on. Go check that out before you ditch us and go listen to some other loser podcast. Okay, go answer that question. What is your favorite sci-fi movie? Of course, rate us 5 stars wherever you're listening. We're on
Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple
Google
Podcasts.
Also, watch us on YouTube at Scald Stone Productions. And follow us on the socials, guys. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. TikTok and Facebook is Scald
You want
Stone
to talk about that
Productions.
special TikTok follower you got?
Oh, Joe Pisano?
I don't know who that is. But
Okay, so
if you listen to podcasts, you
I'm
probably definitely
speaking
know who
to
it is.
a very, very small percentage of an audience right now, considering that people who listen to this podcast probably don't listen to What's Wrong with Wrestling. I've probably referenced What's Wrong with Wrestling a couple times on this podcast. I really like listening to them. They're my number one pro wrestling podcast. It's actually why I don't really talk about pro wrestling too much in the sports podcast. I don't think I could ever compete. But I love pro wrestling almost as much as those guys. I found a co-host of theirs, Joe Pisano. There's Eric Slambleton Hamilton, Joe and Andrew Pisano, the brothers. And I found Joe on TikTok. And obviously TikTok has that feature where it's like, hey, this person stalked your page. So obviously Joe got that notification. I got a notification that he stalked me back. He's like, who the hell is this guy named Scaldstone Productions? And maybe through checking out a couple of videos that he's like, hey, those guys are a podcast. Or I showed up on his For You page and he's like, hey, these guys are a podcast. So either through the equal respect or even better, he genuinely thought we have some good content. He followed us on TikTok. And, you know, Joe, he's not like a celebrity, you know. What's Wrong with Wrestling is above average run of the mill podcast. Sorry. And Joe Pisano was on it. And, you know, it's pretty freaking exciting that a guy and, you know, some of his friends I've been listening to for a few years now followed me on TikTok. I've been acknowledged. It's kind of cool.
It is cool.
It's one of those small things.
I think that's like one of those full circle moments.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there, bro. We've been chosen by the internet. I keep on saying this, bro. We've been chosen by the internet.
We'll get there someday.
Dude, we're flowing, okay? We're growing, okay? It's good. But, let's see. What's next in our closer? Oh, yeah. Please, if you're a reader, and if you guys want to check out the socials, everything is interconnected through the website, thescaldstone.com. Okay? Absolutely everything. Podcast episodes, articles, stories, social media connections. Find his bio, find my bio. Okay, go check out thescaldstone.com. It gets better and better every month. I have a paper coming up that I might post on there. It's about how the WNBA gets too much hate. If you're red-pilled, just don't go check it out. Jordan, who or what do you want to dedicate this episode to?
This episode goes out to James.
Shout out James, the unexpected, coolest manager that
The
Jordan's
Schmeat
ever
manager. Yeah. I wouldn't say coolest. Maybe the coolest. I don't know.
had. Closest.
He's pretty cool.
Okay. For me, this podcast episode goes out to the Transformers Darth Vader that turns into the Death Star. Sometime this past week, I remembered that I had that toy as a child. It was a toy that came out in 2007, and it was the absolute coolest mashup. It was a Transformer Darth Vader, like I just said. It's it's pretty self-explanatory. It turns into a Death Star. It came with so many extra pieces, and it like shot things, and it had like a big old lightsaber and stuff. And it was one of the absolute coolest toys I ever had, and then I took it for granted as a child.
I didn't know he had it. This is actually one of in the collecting community. There's these things called known as holy grails or white whales. That was one of those for me. I've always wanted it. It was insane. I never had it, and this fucking chump that doesn't even appreciate Transformers had it.
Dude, I have no clue where that could be. Anywhere. But my aunt and uncle got it for me one Christmas. It was great. But yeah, this podcast episode goes out to that toy because I want to get it again one day. It's kind of expensive considering it is a collector's item now. But I feel like by the summer, I think I can afford to invest. And I'm going to enjoy it like I should have more than a decade ago.
Amen on 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.
Amen.